We started about a year ago, and this is sort of one of the fruits of that, because we really are focusing on partnerships. We're focusing on authentic community engagement. We're focusing on capacity. We're focusing on really making sure that there's an honest conversation between officers and community. And we thank Chicago police officers because they have a very tough job, and we thank the community for sitting at the table, because when you do sit in that circle, whether it's that peace circle, whatever circle you're in, there are some really hard conversations that take place. And we respect the young people for, one, having the courage and the voice, and we thank the process for them to have that, where people are respected in that circle. I specifically want to thank Vanessa Wesley. We work together, but please stop that. I think that when I started, they said, you know, hey Mark, okay, you're the deputy director, make this work. And I said, okay. I have 20 plus years in real community development work, economic development, violence prevention from a numbers side, and it's really not my sort of thing. But community and economic development is, youth development is. And so I said, I need somebody who really who's been in the police force, one, for 24 years and understands operations, but also who understands community engagement. And that was Vanessa Wesley. So bringing her on was a plus. And it really shows, because every partnership that we have, we're able to navigate because of that. We're able to navigate the police department. I also like to thank Chief of Patrol, Chief Gulliford. Some of you met him here, but he is really invested in this work. When we first started, Ryan, Eddie, we had a big meeting at the Chicago Police Department, and we went through this process and what it might be. And we are happy that it turned out this way, because the one thing we are focused on when you're thinking about capacity and you're thinking about authentic engagement, you have to think about sustainability. You have to think about that continuing conversation. Not just an event where we can have a photo contest, but what happens after that? When young people share, what do they do? How do we build capacity to keep this conversation going? Everybody's talking about, and I'll say it in the room, Ferguson and what happens. We were doing this long before. We realized that this was important, especially to a place like Chicago. It's not the end all, it's the beginning to bridge that divide, and so we're thankful for it. The next steps that we have, we're really looking at trying to do effective ways to do beat meetings. Some people think real problem solving doesn't happen. We're trying to add to that. So I appreciate Vanessa, I appreciate Mr. John Reynolds. The one thing I've known John for 20 years, I met him on the west side when I was organizing in the West Haven neighborhood. And very, very good man. He's been in CAPS probably, what, 20 years? How long?
I've been in CAPS 16 years.
16 years. I gave him 4. Because of his experience. So we have really great people at the table. And we think this enhances their ability. This is a huge partnership because it's just not the YMCA. It's every community organization that works with the YMCA. It's neighborhoods. So we're happy about it, and we look to the continued work. Thank you.